Today we're going to work on the Yamaha. This is from the flea market. This is an FG-160, sorry. Made in Taiwan or China, something like that. What's that say? Made someplace. But anyway, it's kind of a mess. There's a bow in the neck. First thing I'm going to do is try to see if that'll straighten out. If that straightens out, the neck gets straight, then we'll be able to fix this up and make it play good. The tuners seem to be kind of shot. We'll replace them with some new tuners if we get along, and then we'll clean it up and probably leave it just the way that it is, and not do a heck of a lot more to it. The body's in pretty banged up shape. There's no real terrible dents, or there's a bunch of scratches. It's been beat up and kicked around and not been treated well for a while, but we'll see. We'll take a look and see what we can do. Well, I got a straight edge on the neck, okay, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's clearly got light shining through in the middle. So we got a bow in the neck, and that's the first thing we're going to try to address, because if that's fixable, the rest of this will come along. And in order to do that, what we're going to have to do is to take off this plate cover and get access to the truss rod and see if that'll actually open. Whoever put strings on this guitar clearly didn't know what the hell they were doing, because they got them going in two different directions. So, the previous owner was clearly not any kind of a guitar expert, so we'll move that out of the way. I don't know if the screw's broken or what, but I can't seem to quite get a good enough grip on there to back those screws out of there. One screw is coming out, I think. Yep. So that's one screw. One small step for mankind. I think I'm going to get my power screwdriver and try to give it a real bang. We're back. We got a little bit of power. What we'll do is push down. Oops. Wait. See if we can get this thing out of here. That ain't working. One screw that I think the head is stripped. See if we can get this thing out. See if I can pry it, pull it out. Yeah, they're not biting on anything. Let's see if we can put some pressure on there and get that screw to come along. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so we're into the truss rod. There is one. Kind of dirty, kind of messed up. I got to go get the right kind of a wrench. Takes a different wrench than the regular ones I usually use. All right, I couldn't find a regular truss rod wrench that fits that, but I got a deep socket that is a 9mm or an 8mm, and that fits. So we gave it a couple of turns backwards to take the tension off of there. And be there with me. Alright, so we got a little bit. Did I or did I not? Let's see if we get the right place here with the straight edge. That's not the right side. Is it or is it? Yes, it is. I think we got a little bit out of that. Let's see if we give it, if it's a two-way truss rod, give it a couple more turns and see what happens. Backwards, and we still got a heck of a bow in there. So let's see if we can go more. We ain't got nothing to lose. I don't think. We still got a heck of a bow in the neck. So the truss rod really isn't doing much of anything. going backwards, and I'm not getting very far. Let me take another look here. I'll get back to you. All right, so it looks like the truss rod is not working at all. I don't think it's connected. I've given it a heck of a spin in both directions, and it doesn't seem to have done anything. So I think we'll just try to knock this out. I got the wrench stuck in there now. And I got to pop that off. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, so the final on this guitar, the Yamaha FG-160, is the truss rod doesn't work and the action is incredibly high. It's pretty much unplayable. I think you can see how that is. So this guitar is really only a wall hanger. It's a bird nest. It's really not good for much. So I spent 60 bucks and got screwed on this guitar. Too bad. Too bad. So it's an end to an end. There's no truss rod adjusting. The truss rod just spins. Doesn't do anything. Too bad.